Hey, it's Jay from Jay's Canadian Garage. How's she going, eh? I know it's been a while since I did my introduction. Things happen in life where it took me a little while to get on this, plus I'm trying to learn how all this works. I don't know, I'm just gonna talk about a few things today that are concerning, or as I call it, what blows my head gasket. It's unbelievable what's happening here in Canada. I can't believe that this backdoor deal happened with the NDP and the Liberals to basically get a majority government so they can pass whatever they want until 2025. Absolutely atrocious. So basically, it's not the same, but they can enact the Emergencies Act whenever they want. They can basically rule with an iron fist. They can do whatever they want. What are we going to do to stop it? Well, this is where PCs, they're sitting across from them, need to start doing some accountability. They don't truly believe they're standing up for us Canadian citizens. Those of us who voted for them kind of feel like they're not really representing us. And that's the problem here in Canada. All of our politicians, all the way up the board, don't seem to care what the common folk say. They're not listening to what we're talking about. They don't listen to our gripes. You can't talk to them. I've tried many a time with my MPs, and get to talk to a secretary or something. Do I ever get a phone call back? No. Do I get an answer to my question? No. And it starts from county, town, city, provincial, federal, all in between, everything. Nobody seems to be listening to the people. You know, they're supposed to be working for us and representing us, but apparently they've forgotten all their constituents, or they just don't care, or they're bought off. Let's be honest. They're paid. And it's sad to hear this. So, what do we do? I keep rolling in my head. What can we do as individuals and as collectives? First thing I guess we have to do is maybe start marching in front of their offices and saying, hey, we want to be heard. Because if we allow this new government to do whatever they want, we really do have a problem. You know, we can start there, and then we're going to have to get gatherings of people together, like the truckers did. You know, they can say what they want in the media and everything else. It wasn't political. They just wanted to work, and we want the freedom to do whatever we want to our own bodies. We want freedom of choice. And our Charter of Rights, that's in there. You know, we shouldn't be mandated. We have to do anything. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in anymore. We're kind of having, you know, oh, it reminds me of the 70s. And we know who was in office back then. It's sad. It was a sad couple of days here in Canada. You're trying to regroup. What can we do? How do we do it? And one thing we got to start doing as individuals is having conversations and talking to each other. Too many people now, they're so opinionated about everything, they can't talk. I talk to everyone. I try to talk to everyone. I've lost friends and everything over all this stuff just because my ideals aren't the same as theirs. Well, I'm not going to sit down and bend a knee to kneel to anybody. I have a free mind, a free will, and I'm going to use it as everyone else should. But I'm willing to talk to anybody, have a conversation, and, see where we're different, but where we have the same things in common. And that's the thing. We've lost that. It's unfortunate, but we've lost that. And somehow we have to get that back. You know, breaks your heart. You know, people you've known all your life, and all of a sudden, you know, they're disowning you because of what you believe. You know, because you believe in freedom, and it's sad. The problem is most people don't even know our charters or rights or anything. They have no idea. They just think, government tells you this, government tells you that. The best interest of the people. Well, really think about it for a moment. Are they really in the best interest of the people? Seems like our government's been went through since 2015 scandal and scandal and scandal, right? So, what are we really doing here? I don't know. I don't know how. I really don't know how we can do something that really will take effect. But I'm willing to listen and talk to people. What can we do? I know you can go stand outside your MP and you know kind of protest now, but watch how this goes. Protest might become illegal. You think I'm kidding? Just watch. You know, they were so scared of Ottawa, and you know what? They're scared of bouncy castles and people hugging, kissing, singing the Canadian national anthem. Ooh, scary. Oh yeah, they had a snowball fight amongst them. Ooh, that should terrify everyone. Yet nobody came down, right, from the Liberal Party that was in charge and talked to anybody. All they had to do was just throw negatives at us, everything they wanted to say. They call us everything in a book. Really? You're going to call a populace that? That's sad. It was heartwarming to see, people from Alberta and Quebec come together, hugging each other, kissing each other, singing a national anthem together, feeding each other, caring for each other. You know, Years ago that wouldn't happen, you know, but we got to stop division. We got to start coming together as a people. Unfortunately, the big barrier is getting through the people that won't listen. Like they can't even have a conversation with you. You know, Hell, I get it just for carrying a Canadian flag on my truck. You know, get yelled at, shot the finger. I tell them I love them. You know, wave at them, say hi. But isn't that sad? That carrying the Canadian flag is bringing that kind of negativity. I just don't understand it. Never will. But anyway, we got to get through that. You know, these are dire times, I must say, in my own personal opinion. But we need more of us to get together and just talk about things and let's find some common ground. But we got to do something because when they form a government that's not elected by the people and we have no saying it, how is that right? Hmm. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? So, where is the care for? They talk about, oh, Canadian people, we're taking care of them. This is what the Canadian people want. No, it's your side of the Canadian people that we partially listen to. And you put so much fear into them about everything that they're they don't know the truths of what's really went on. They're taking the word of our government, which, I don't care what you do. Do your research, look into things, be inquisitive. We all have minds. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong, but check it out. See if it's true or not. You know, That's the problem. We don't think that way anymore. Well, look, we've lost all our morals and values and common decency, you know, and common sense. Let's be honest. There's a lot of common sense that isn't even used today. You know, I opened a door for a couple of people the other day. I said, "Oh, here, I'll open the door." I got chastised for it. I'm like, why? What did I do wrong? Doesn't make sense. Just go to anywhere. Watch if someone falls on the ground. Watch how many people would walk by that person before helping them. It's sad. But if you open your eyes and pay attention, you go, wow, I can't believe that. You know, like I say, morals, values, common decency. Somehow we've lost all this stuff. You know, when kids nowadays are telling their elders to, you know, F off and screw you and, you know, physically trying to, make moves on you. Are you kidding me? That would have never happened in our day. Well, in my day. I'm speaking to a broad range of people. But when I grew up, it was never like that. We had morals, values. We respected our elders. We cared for our elders. And that's the way it should be. To listen to an older person, you're listening to somebody that has years of experience and has some wisdom. And nobody's listening to them anymore. That's sad, isn't it? I wish it wasn't so, but unfortunately it is nowadays. But I don't know, these things are just some of the things that blow my head, Gasket. You know, um, other than that, for right now, I'm still working on my site. Like I say, I'm very novice. Um, I'm trying to learn all the intricacies and how to do this properly. And, because God forbid you don't want to get cut off because you say the wrong thing or, everything's being monitored. So I try and keep it as neutral as I can, but, some things you have to say. So, whoever's watching my channel, I hope you keep watching. Let some people know. Eventually, when I get enough subscribers and that, I want to open up a forum where we can just talk, you know, talk about all these things we need to talk about. And I hope I talk to not only Canadians, Americans, Mexican, doesn't matter. Let's talk about what's going on in the world. What's happening here in Canada, basically happening in the States. Look at look in 1 year what has happened to them. That is sad. You know, love or hate Donald Trump. You know what? When he said things were going to get done, they got done. And you know what? They were not in the state they're in today. You know, just food for thought. You can agree with me or disagree with me. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But, you know, other than that, the only other things, waiting for some good weather so that the cars come back out and then I can do some restoration work again. Then I can bring you along on some of that with Corvettes. And it's all older Corvettes. It's not the new stuff. I do a little bit with the new, but I like my older stuff. I love my old carbureted engines. You know, I love my 60s Corvettes. Oh, I love those. Those are the best to me. But the shark cars are nice too. But hopefully, along the way, I'll get into all that and have some fun with that. And, you know, uh, I just want to get together with people, have conversations. It's just my way of trying to open up dialogue with people because it's really needed today. Unfortunately, we got to get back to a sense of normalcy and you know get back to common sense and thinking again for ourselves and not having to depend on anyone else, thinking for us or putting things in our mind or making us so scared that we don't know what else to do but to follow. There's too many sheep in the world. We need some foxes and coyotes and wolves on the outside, you know, that keeps things in order, if you know what I mean. That's just my hunting background. So, anyways, super talking to everyone. I'm going to make up another video shortly. And thank you for watching. Much appreciated.